Down there, Tim. Good. Come on. Can I start? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We have overcome that hurdle. I promise I won't give you the blue screen of death halfway through my presentation this evening. I have a special built-in software that doesn't allow for that, not like the computer. But thank you for coming through this evening. For the next sort of 40 minutes, I want to talk to you about DewPoint. That's where you are this evening. You're in the halls of DewPoint. We are a licensed and listed life and short-term insurance company. First registered in 1952, so we're 65-odd years old right now. So you're not dealing with a startup. This is not something new. This is a well-established financial services company in South Africa. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number. Go and look it up on the FSP's website. Take some time afterwards. Look at our certificates and licenses on the wall. I want you to be comfortable with who you're dealing with this evening. Here is the team as well. You'll see that I'm the chirpy, good-looking one on the side here, and then just basically deteriorates from that point forward. I'm the founder of the division here, Brendan Benfield. I am a chartered accountant. I've been in the industry for the last 20 years. This is Tim. You would have seen him running up and down. He's our banking expert. That's probably why the computer's not working. Anyway, he's a chartered accountant as well. We actually studied together, and he spent the last 15 years in the banking industry, actually working with the executive team at the FirstRand Group, actually reporting directly to the CEO. So he brings those skills to our team. We've got Stacey over here. You would have seen her at the counter this evening. She's also a chartered accountant. You can see the 3 chartered accountants over here. We know what we're talking about. These 2 just pretending. She is our auditing specialist. She comes from Deloitte. She spent a lot of time here and overseas with them, bringing, again, into the team our special technical skills. And then we've got Jane. Jane is from the UK, but has spent the last 10 years living here with us. She's worked both in the UK and here in the direct selling space. So she helps to bring us some international flavor and make sure that our standards stay at international level. And then here is Rob. Rob is our design guy. Spent 15 years running his own digital design firm that focused on the financial services space. So they did brands like Investex brand, MasterCard, Visa. You can talk to him about all the stories of working with financial services companies. He has designed everything that you see, feel, and touch here at DewPoint. That's the team. The most important aspect of that team is that we're all right here. This is a homegrown South African company. You're not dealing with an American company or a European company or an Australian company, dealing with a South African company, and you know where to find us when you need us. That's the most important aspect of our team. So what is it that we do here? Well, there are 2 objectives to what we do here. The first and primary objective we have is to put into the hands of South Africans today a tool that will allow them to control their income into the future in a fashion that will create income that is reliable and recurring. Now, given the state of the South African economy at the moment, just about no one can give you that. No form of employment, no business out there can actually give you, firstly, control over your own income, and secondly, something that you can actually physically rely on every single month. So it is a big objective that we have. Have a look at what's going on around you. I don't know if you saw today, we're now officially in a recession, although I think that we were in a recession for quite some time now. Today it's official. Just last week, we were officially told that our unemployment rates are the worst they've basically ever been. 500,000 people nearly became unemployed between January and the end of May. 500,000 South Africans. Just think about how many people that is became unemployed in South Africa, but just between January and the end of May this year. We're in a frightening scenario. We're in a scenario where we're in a state of chaos. We just get bashed from pillar to post. Us on the ground, we don't get 330 million rand mansions in Dubai. We don't. We get to pay for them, but we don't get them. Okay? We're in a position in South Africa where we have very little future left. That is the position we're all in. All of us are in very little future left. You know that your jobs are very, very unlikely to reach any form of aspiration you might once have had. You know that. Only 0.5% of people up until this point in time were actually reaching their aspirations in full-time employment. That left the other 99.5% of us to basically sit on a treadmill for the rest of our lives to nowhere. That's what our jobs are. Just look around you, look at the people around you, look at how their lives are not changing year on year, arguably getting worse. Why are they getting worse? Well, inflation through the roof in South Africa. We know this to be a truth. Go and take a look at the cost of something like a bottle of Oros. 5 years ago, it was a few rands. Now it's like 40, 50 rand. It's out of control, the prices. Look at the price of cars. I've been following the price of cars over the last 2 or 3 years. Can I tell you that about every 6 months, if you've got a R1 million car, about every 6 months, it gets 250,000 rand more expensive. That means a car's R1 million at the beginning of the year. It's $1.5 million at the end of the year. It is $2 million 6 months later, $2.5 million 6 months after that. It is out of control what is happening in South Africa. We are not in a position anymore where we can rely on our industrial revolution type employment. It just doesn't work anymore. It's not working here, and it is not working anywhere else in the world either. We are not special in South Africa. Right now, look at what's happening in London. Look at what's happening in the UK, in America. People are starting to cry out for change. They're starting to cry out. That is what's happening. And in South Africa, we know we're on the edge of a precipice. With 433,000 more people unemployed in the last 6 months, we are on the edge of a bomb exploding in this country. 9.3 million people unemployed. There are only 50 million people in South Africa, of which only 10 million are economically active. There are now an equal number of economically inactive individuals to those that are active in our country. This is a nightmare. And so we at DewPoint come along with our very first objective: to put in the hands of South Africans, all South Africans, a tool that they own, that they can use to create for themselves an income that is there every month, reliably, and as I say, in their control. That's what we do here. If we can create that, if we can put income in your hands, then we hope that we can start to cure all of these evils that are in our economy, in our individual economies, in our households every day. The first one, of course, is we want to kill off debt. Debt is a poison. It has completely killed our nation. I read an article today that says the South Africans, they've finally recognized our Olympic status. South Africans are the most indebted individuals in the world. Now just think about that. Out of the other 300 odd countries in the world, we win for having the most debt per capita, per head. And now they want to relieve us of the debt. Have you seen that? No, we must say, everybody must go back to zero again. Why? So we can do it again? You know, we can add another dose of poison to our lives? Why are we so over-indebted here? Because we don't earn enough. We can't survive in the country that we live in. We can't. And so we use debt, and we leverage ourselves until we're leveraged ourselves into oblivion, and we never ever come back. And the beautiful thing that we do is when we die, we take it and we give that debt to our children. And they pay for cars they never had, houses they never had, and clothes they never wore, because that's what we're giving them here. Now, our hope is if we can put the income in your hands, if we can give you the tool that creates the income, we can start getting rid of this and start unplugging you from the debt system in South Africa. We want you to get rid of all of your credit cards, your car loans, your home loans, and that, because when you go into a shop and you need clothes, you've got cash to buy it. You don't have to take the credit card to get it back. I was reading, my wife actually said she was in Edgar's the other day, and she saw the lady behind the teller was writing the test to obviously finalize her position as the teller. And in the test it said, why do we give people a 1,000 Rand credit balance at Edgar's? Why do we give it to them? Because we want them to come back and spend more on us, get more credit out. It's in the test. It's in the test. Why do we do it? Not to empower people, not to make sure everybody gets good. No, we want them to come back and spend more and get into further debt. It is in the official test. We've got to break that habit. We've got to get ourselves out of the cycle. The second thing that we want to do is we want to start preparing you for the future. Right now, we're actually going backwards. So as we dig ourselves deeper into debt, our future gets worse and worse. We want to twist that right around. We want to get rid of the debt, get us from negative to at least zero, and then we want to take us from zero to positive. As we move into the future, there will come a time in your life where you cannot work anymore. When that occurs, your expenditure will not disappear. You'll still need to eat. You'll still need to sleep somewhere. You'll still need new clothes. You'll still need to pay petrol in your car or pay for the transport that you're getting. None of those will disappear. You will still have those expenses. And so you will still need income when you get to the point one day where you cannot work anymore. Now, you might get there because you get old. You might also get there because you get injured or sick. But you have to have some kind of plan going forward. A lot of South Africans don't want anything that's outside of the box. I want full-time employment. That's all I want. I'll tell the story about a year and a half ago. I was talking to a chap who was in his 70s, destitute, and I said, I can help you with DewPoint. He said, I don't want DewPoint. I want a job. At like 75, 70. You cannot get a job, and the job certainly wouldn't pull you out of destitution. We have to start changing the way we think about our economics in our houses and how we earn money. We've got to do it. If we can do that, we can start creating an income that lasts into the end years of our lives, and we don't have to be reliant on our children or the state anymore to fund us when we can't work anymore, because every month the income from Dew Point can come in. That is what we're hoping to create. The second objective that we have at Dew Point is we want to modernize us. We want to bring us into the 21st century as consumers. We have all changed the way we purchase. We do not buy the same way anymore. We do not expect to have the same relationship with our suppliers that we did years and years ago. My father has been in the insurance industry for about 50 years. He talks about just 50 years before he started, people would come to an insurance company, get a bag full of application forms, put it on their shoulder, climb on their horse, and ride into the interior of South Africa to all the farmers that were out in the middle of nowhere, and then come back later with a bag of money and some filled-in application forms. That's 100 years ago. Okay, the farm guys who took the insurance out had no relationship with the insurance company. They didn't even know where they were. They were so disconnected. We are not like that now. What we want is we want direct relationship with our suppliers. And what we've done through our Dew Point e-portal is we have plugged you in a pipeline straight from you into the heart of the insurance company. You have a direct relationship with us. We want these objectives to be fulfilled through what we call the Dew Point system. Now, the Dew Point system is very simple. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you've got one task, just to connect us to people. That's it. We just want you to connect us to people. We don't want you to sell to people. We don't want you to market to people. Just connect us to people. As you connect us to people, you create for us market penetration. You actually move Dew Point into the South African economy, and you create for us channels of distribution. We then come along, now that you've connected us up to the people, and we facilitate the purchase of our products into those channels. And as we do that, we create income. And by creating income, we're able to create for you that recurring extra income. Now, why is it recurring? How do we get this done? Well, because you don't peddle goods here. There's no box of cleaning agents and pills and energy drinks and, I mean, I've seen it all, that you have to run to your friends to convince them that it's better than what they can get at the shops and buy every single month in order to keep your income up. Because the moment they stop buying, your income drops away. Now, we don't work like that here at Dew Point. We run financial services and lifestyle products that are with you your whole life. They run on a debit order system, which is run by our computer system, which means that every month the debit orders are raised, every month your income is there without you having to run back to your friends with that box again to ask them to buy again. This is the 21st century, and this is Dew Point's 21st century system that we use here. Folks, we also allow you to leverage yourself beyond your own capability right now. With the Dew Point system, you're able to create teams of individuals in your channels that work with you to grow your income and the income of themselves. This is the exact opposite experience to what you've had up until now. If you've been a full-time employee, everyone around you is your competition. There's only a few positions you can be promoted into, and there's lots of you vying for that position. And all sorts of stuff will happen in order to get those few positions. Now, in the Dew Point system, everybody works for everybody's success. It is a completely different psychology in the system that we've created. You are not employees of ours, so please don't run out after this evening and set up a Facebook page called Dew Point Recruitment. Yes, we have had one of those. We are not recruiting, and neither are you recruiting. There is no recruiting going on in Dew Point. You are not a staff member of ours. We won't hold a staff meeting on Monday mornings to find out why you haven't been producing. You are completely independent. This is a tool that we give you and we put in your hands, and you use it as and when you want. You remain completely independent of us here at Dew Point. Folks, there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer this evening. None at all. One of the big things that we have had happen to us in South Africa is we're the ones that always lose the money. Remember the 330 million rand mansion? That's us losing money, okay? And it happens with all the three-letter and acronym businesses you see on Facebook and in the newspaper and all that nonsense. Just 11,000 rand to start, Just pay the 11 and you in, Just the 4,000 rand and you in. There is none of that here at Dew Point. There is no startup cost. There's no starter kit you buy. apply. There's no monthly business fee or admin fee or marketing fee, and you do not pay for application forms. They're electronic, they're online, you don't pay for them, and you never run out of them. My dad also used to say the story's best sales trick as a sales broker as an insurance company. He'd go into somebody's house and say, "Whoa, you're very lucky. This is the last insurance policy I have." Okay, well, you can't do that now because it's infinite. It's infinite application forms online. You do not require any qualification or experience either. Okay, you are not brokers of ours. You're not representatives of ours. You're not intermediaries of ours. You're not financial advisors of ours. That is not your task at all at DewPoint. And therefore, it is for everyone in South Africa to become a wealth engineer. You are building an asset. Because it's recurring income, it can be priced. Your channel actually has a value, and because it has a value, you can sell it. You can sell it to someone else, you can transfer it to someone else, and when you die, it will automatically go to your children, and your children will earn the income you created during your life. Again, the exact opposite of what we're doing right now, which is dumping our debt on them as we pass away. We'll now actually give them income, and perhaps we can start breaking the debt cycles in the poverty cycles in South Africa. Folks, you form no part of the sales transaction at DewPoint, none whatsoever. So there's going to be a test at the end. It'll have one question. I'm going to give you the answer right now. What do you say to people about DewPoint? Because afterwards you're going to come to me and you're going to say, "Brendan, when I'm trying to sell your investment product, and you are not because you form no part of the sales transaction here at DewPoint." Your conversation to connect individuals to DewPoint is very simple. It is, "I have an opportunity for you to create recurring, reliable, lifetime income. Come and give me a few minutes of your time." You do not ever have to present the DewPoint opportunity. I do the presenting. Rob does the presenting. DewPoint does the presenting. You are never going to have to write an exam or get qualified as a presenter, find a venue and have to set it up and get people there and pay for it and blah, 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 and do the you don't have to do any of that at DewPoint, in the same way that you don't sell any of our products. All of this is done for you in the DewPoint system. There's no stock. There's no need for distribution. It is a system of convenience that we've created for you. So how do you build a channel of distribution then? Very simple. You go out and you tell everybody about the opportunity to create recurring, lifetime, reliable income. That's what you tell them about. Some of them are going to watch our presentations and catch the vision of what we're trying to do here, and they will be added as wealth engineers to DewPoint, and we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk go out and do the same thing. They talk to a whole bunch of people, show them the presentation, and wham, presto, a few of them are added as wealth engineers, and they are allocated to you. This happens over and over again, the more time and effort you put in, until you've got droves of individuals across the country talking about DewPoint and building your channel of distribution. We then, as DewPoint, come along, not you, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you have created for us, and your income is born. Right, so how do you show people the presentation at DewPoint? Well, there's 4 ways. First of all, you can go buy one of our USB sticks. 150 Rand's got our presentations on it. Anywhere, anytime, you plug it in your laptop, your computer, your TV, and there I am on your screen giving the presentation. You don't have to say a single word. Second, you can put them in the room here. We present Monday through Saturday, lunchtime, evenings, mornings. Your friend cannot wash their hair that many times. They have to, somewhere along the line, be available, okay? Monday to Saturday, all right? We present live out of here, if you can make it. But if you can't make it, our YouTube channel is open 365 days a year, 24/7, any time of the day. You can log on to DewPoint channel on YouTube and find hundreds of presentations that we have done. Even this evening's presentation will be on our YouTube channel after this presentation. And you can show somebody at 3:28 in the morning, if you'd like, to the presentation. Anytime, anywhere in the country, you have access to me. Then, lastly, we live stream all of our presentations when we don't have the computer giving up the ghost on us. We're out Monday to Saturday. Every presentation is live streamed across the country. So if you want to actually watch us live, but you can't physically be here, gather up your friends and your colleagues wherever you are, hook into a screen that's got some kind of internet connection, your tablet, your phone, your TV, and we're live in your living room. We're live at your office during the day. We're live everywhere. You can be showing and connecting people to DewPoint. Fantastic. Your income is born. What do we have to remember? First of all, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. No. We have 8 regulators that review and audit us on a quarterly basis. a quarterly basis. So I always love it when people go, it's just a scheme. It's just, I'm like, damn, every 3 months I've got a whole team of guys in here signing me off. I don't know how I'm getting away with it. Okay? We're a listed company on the JSE. We are licensed. This is the real deal. And because it's the real deal, like your career, like starting your own business, it takes time and effort and thought and persistence and determination to change your life with it. I promise you that. Not all of you in this room are going to do it. You're just not, because you're not going to be willing to put the time and the effort and the thought and the persistence in. Nothing will stop you other than yourselves. And I say that quite confidently. We built a fantastic system here. We think it's the best in the country, possibly the world, as you'll see as you progress with us this evening. But I can't fix you. That's the only thing I can't fix. You are going to be the ones that decide it. But can I tell you, the payment for your success at DewPoint is not money. There's no startup fee. There's no monthly fee. It is time. You will pay with time. Many people say to me, Brendan, what's the catch? It's too good to be true. It is too good to be true until you have to start pouring your time into it. It will take lots of time to change your life. Now, it's relatively easy to make a little bit of money with the DewPoint system, as it is with most things. You start in the mail room at your office, you're really getting 1,000 rand a month. You know, it's easy to get 1,000 rand. But to get from the mail room to the CEO's office, that takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of time. And so it does with the DewPoint system. There are 2 ways that you earn with the DewPoint system. First way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product in your channel that makes its payment successfully via debit order every month, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So, for instance, you go out, you chat to a few of your friends, they become wealth engineers, they pay their products, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand per product per month that they are successfully paid. Not 1.50 Rand, not 12.26 Rand, not, I've seen all of these numbers. Those are 19th century numbers. This is 21st century numbers. You cannot buy anything for 12 Rand anymore. Go to Checkers and see. They've got like the special giveaway bin, and it's 15 Rand and more. You know, that's what's left there. 55 Rand. Now, you go, these few folk, they go out and take some time, and you pour some time and effort into it, and they add a few more people each into it. They make their product payments, and again, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. 55 Rand per product per month that these payments are made. Now, there's only a handful of dots on the screen there. Okay, I see a couple of you are trying to do the maths in your head. Guys, there are like 15 actuaries and accountants in this building. Stop worrying about the maths. Okay, that's our job, it's not yours. Have a look at that. There's a handful of dots in there. You've been here 5 minutes with us, and you're already earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. Just under 1,000 Rand a month. That's not going to change your life, but you're going to feel it almost immediately at DewPoint. Talk to all the people that are here tonight. Talk to the hundreds and hundreds of people earning at DewPoint already, and ask them how quickly they felt it. You can feel it quickly. But now, as I said, to go from the mailroom to the CEO, it's going to take a lot more effort. As you put time and effort into building your channel, it will continue to grow, and you will earn on a reducing basis to the 8th point. However, there is no limit to how much you can earn with the DewPoint system. From the 8th point on, you will always get 4% of 27.50 Rand where you qualify to earn. So, for instance, you grow a channel to 25 points, and someone on the 24th point earns, and you qualify to earn, you'll get 4% of 27.50 Rand. You give it to your children one day. They grow to 100 points, and someone on the 98th point pays their product, and you qualify to earn, your children will get 4% of 27.50 Rand. We do not limit your potential here. If we are going to do what we say we want to do, which is start to impact and change the economy in South Africa, we cannot limit your potential. Here we create legacy. Things that can be handed on from generation to generation, and each one can choose to make it bigger. That is what we're doing with the DewPoint system. Now, this is dots on a screen. It's hard to comprehend. The maths wheels are spinning in all your heads. Let's do some maths. We sat down. We took 20 years of data. This is not our first rodeo. 20 years of data, and we looked through it and we said, if someone was going to say, how much can I earn with the DewPoint Systems Returns Program, how could we answer that reasonably, conservatively, and give them an estimate? Well, after a lot of number crunching, we came up with what we think is a reasonable and conservative growth rate. We call it the 3+2 growth rate, because I've got to know how fast you're going to grow if I'm going to tell you how much you can earn. The 3+2 growth rate says that in your first month with us, you put 3 people on your first point. That's you introduce 3 people in a month. That is hardly an onerous ask, okay? 3 people. Then every month thereafter, you have to put 2 people on your first point. That's 1 every 2 weeks on average. Now, this is where the persistence comes in. 2 is really a tiny number. This is not a big ask. But you got to do it every single week going forward, including Easter, including Christmas, including New Year's Eve, all those days. When it gets cold, all of a sudden, you still got to do it that week. Okay? Persistently. And then you've got to work with your guys. You've got to work with your guys to do the same thing. They've got to do 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2. And then we looked at it. We said, well, they're not going to do 3 plus 2, all of them. So we need to apply our maths to that and take that into account. And then we've got to get rid of the lapses and the cancellations and the fall-offs and all of that jazz. And when we did all of that, we said if you can apply yourself to dew point at that rate for a period of 6 months, you can reasonably expect, quite conservatively, to be earning 2,500 Rand a month with the dew point system. You'll see this is not like Facebook that promises you 100,000 after 3 months. You will find that that's not what we're going to do here this evening. Here, you're going to spend 6 months laboring with us. And in 6 months labor, you'll be on 2,500 Rand a month. You will have increased your household earnings by 30,000 Rand a year in 6 months with us. Not again life-changing for some of you, but for some of you it is life-changing. That 2,500 Rand could be food on your table. But if you can push through for another 6 months to 12 months, 1 year of working with us at 3 plus 2 plus 2, working with your teams, we reckon you can reasonably and conservatively expect to be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Okay? It's 120,000 Rand a year that you've built for yourself in a year. Now again, I'll refer you back to Facebook where they promise you 100,000 Rand after 3 months. Not a chance. But in a year, you could be earning 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. This is extra. We never, ever ask anyone here at Dew Point to quit their jobs. Not ever. This is very real. This is the real deal. You keep your jobs. It's a scarce resource these days. But we want to now add on. That's how we're going to change things, by adding. And if we can add 9,000 Rand more to your income each month, we believe we can start making change. Now, if you can do 2 years with us, 24 months, that's not a short period of time. That's 2 full years with us. We reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning around 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month with us. 360,000 Rand a year. That's 2 years of labor. That's persistency. That's time you have invested in here with us. We've designed the system to ensure that you have the lowest possible economic loss, but time you're going to pay through this process. If you can do 3 years with us, okay? 3 years, 2020, we reckon you could be earning around 45,000 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 600,000 Rand a year. Okay? Now, I want you to watch these numbers because you're going to think that some of these are just made up now. But we've got people already earning this now. We've already got people earning this now. So it's not like it's not happening. There are real people earning these numbers already. Okay? If you can do 4 years with us, 2021, we reckon you'll be on about 60,000 to 65,000 Rand a month. Okay, 60 to 65, 720,000 Rand a year. We've now gone beyond the aspirations of most. You'll realize, of course, that it's still not 100,000 Rand a month. Facebook is telling me 90 days to 100,000. No, not sustainably, not recurring, not reliably. But here you've changed your income by 720,000 Rand a year, reliably, sustainably, and recurringly. Half a decade with us. It's 2022 now, not 2021, that was January. 2022. And you will be looking at about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month if you have poured 5 years of your life into doing this. $1 million Rand a year, and you're in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. Okay? Now, I get various different responses to this. Some people tell me, the majority of people tell me, this is too slow. They say, Brendan, the problem with the dew point system is you earn too slowly. Okay, I'm creating lifetime economy-changing income. Sorry, guys. If it's too slow, I refer you back to the internet. Go crazy. Okay? Put your 11,000 Rand in up front. Folks, no. This is the real deal, which means that you're going to put time in. I often say to people, 5 years is a long time when you're in it, but pretty short when you're out of it. How many years have you spent in your employment up until this point in time? 5 years? If I'd come to you on the very first day that you got a job, and at your desk I said to you, are you going to be willing to put 5 years into your career? You would have laughed at me and said, I'm going to put the next 35 years into my career. That's no problem. Okay, so then why is 5 years such a long time? How many hundreds of hours are you spending on a monthly basis on your dead-end job? Now, I can say that quite confidently. I really didn't see any Bentleys arrive here this evening or or Aston Martins. I didn't. So I'm pretty confident that you, like me, have been in dead-end jobs where they will suck the life out of you until you're dead and then put someone else on the treadmill you ran on for 50 years. Okay? Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, this is not marketing. I'm just telling you the fact. You go to your job every day and it's not increasing your salary. It's not meeting your expenditure. That's why you have debt. And then you'll get retrenched because the economy is shrinking at 4% per annum. So somewhere along the line, the business is going to close down. You're going to lose your job. But then you're saying to me, Brendan, I don't have time for this. I'm too busy. I'm a chartered accountant. I've got too much time for this. I've got no time for this. Folks, welcome to the club of I don't have any time. Every person in this room doesn't have time. I don't have time. Look at me. It's, 7:30 at night on a Monday night. I'm still at work. I don't have time. Neither do you. I understand that. That is not an excuse for not doing this business. Your excuse for doing this business is you have got to get out of what you're in. We have to get this entire economy out of what it's in. And it's quite far up the creek without a paddle right now. We've got to get ourselves out of this. And so we've got to find the time. And yes, it's going to take us 5 years. But 5 years changes everything. It changes everything. And we've already started to see it at DewPoint. As I said to you, hundreds of people are earning with DewPoint. Hundreds. We add over 100 people a month to our earners list. Just per month, 100 extra people are earning every month at DewPoint. And we launched this division in February last year. We're only 15 months old. And we're adding 100 earners a month to DewPoint. Okay. Now, every month we pick a handful. We just show them. They're various. Some are earning a lot, some are earning a little bit. But if you want to go and see the testimonies of, I think it's about 50 or 60 on YouTube at the moment of people earning, go to our YouTube channel. Listen to them. They'll tell you how they are earning at different rates in the DewPoint system. Remember, it's your tool. You choose what rate you want to earn at. But he has a couple of people for you this month. Here's Mark and Vilna. You can see they're not spring chickens. Okay? All right? They're not spring chickens. They don't have piles of energy. They're still working. This is a hobby for them. They are supplementing their income so that they can start to retire. Okay? They've been with us for about a year. And in a year, they've built themselves an 8,300 Rand a month income. Now, I said it would take a year to get to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month, didn't I? Well, that's pretty close for a hobby. That's pretty close, 8,000 Rand a month. Maybe, though, that's the best you ever do at DewPoint. Maybe that's the best. You don't have personality skills. You've got very few friends. You don't have time. All the excuses. I can give you all of them, okay? Maybe that's the best you can do, 5,000 Rand a month. What does an extra 5,000 Rand a month do for you right now? It's extra. It's on top of what you're earning already. That list of problems you have, how many can you cross off with just 5,000 Rand a month? And it's there every month, whether you're sick or not, whether you can work or not, whether you're too old or too young. It's there every month, 5,000, 60,000 Rand a year. Maybe that's the best you ever get out of DewPoint. What did it cost you to come in? You had to buy one of our products. That's it. You'll see how ludicrously expensive our products are in a minute. Okay? That was what it cost you. But you're getting 5,000 Rand a month out of it. Folks, here's Lydia. Lydia joined us 6 months ago. She said, I'm not waiting a year to get to 10,000 Rand. No. Full-time employed. She said to us on the evening that she chatted to us about this, she said, worst day of the month for her is payday because she watches the money go in and out. She's worked an entire month for a moment of money. And that's when she said enough with that. Still works full-time. 6 months down, she's added 10,000 Rand a month to her income. 120,000 Rand a year, 6 months in with the DewPoint system. You can meet her. She's here all the time. You'll see her at night. She doesn't work at night or the other job. She works during the day on the other job, and at night she's building. She's not here. She's watching us live every day, building her channel. 6 months in, 10,000 Rand. But maybe the best you ever get is 5,500 Rand out of DewPoint. Maybe that's the best you ever get. I think it'll still change your life. Then we've got Roloff. Roloff's been with us for about 14, 15 months now. I said a year to 10,000. I said 2 years to 27,000 to 30. Do you remember that? 14 months in. 26,000 Rand a month. 300,000 a year. He's real. He's here. Talk to him. Some people have said, no, these are just actors. Well, they are bloody expensive actors, and I want to get rid of them. They're here. Talk to them. See how they're building with the DewPoint system. Folks, as I said, hit our YouTube site. Find people earning 1,000 Rand a month. Find people earning 5,000 Rand a month. Find people earning 85,000 Rand a month. They are all on YouTube. They are all using the DewPoint system to change the way their future will look. That's the first way you earn. The second way you earn is through our XP Rewards program. Our XP Rewards program is our training program. So we know this is the other excuse. I don't know how to do this. Great news for you that don't know how to do this. We have a training program, and it takes you step by step by step from beginner to expert with DewPoint. We will teach you how to build channels. So now that excuse is out the window too. I hope you're crossing them all off, because at the end, don't insult the person who brought you here this evening by giving them an excuse. There are none by the time I'm finished, okay? I've heard them all. I have. And they're all just excuses. We have to break out of what we're in. Folks, we will teach you how to do this. And as you complete steps in our training program, we give you what's called XP points. XP points are a measure of your experience with us. They're not worth anything. They're not worth rands and cents. They're simply a measure of how experienced you are as a wealth engineer here at DewPoint. Now, there's all sorts of tasks you can do, like attending, watching live, the basics. So one of the basics is Saturday, our presentation. We've changed this one a little bit to make it a little bit more exciting. Saturdays, if you watch us live on a Saturday morning, we give you double XP. If you come here on a Saturday morning, we give you 0 XP from this Saturday. Okay? Why do we do that? Because about 6,000 Joburger nights arrive here on a Saturday morning, and the room only seats 150. Okay, so it causes a bit of nightmare, but we're live. So we can see, or every South African can see us simultaneously if they watch us live. So we're encouraging the correct behavior, and we want you to become independent in your channel building. Use our live tools for double XP on Saturday mornings. Okay, guys? And now some of you have been very clever. You guys are much cleverer than me. I always laugh. I'm like, I would never have thought of that, but you guys come up with stuff. You sit in the presentation and live stream. So you get your 500 XP, but you're still here. Okay, we fixed that. It's not going to work anymore. Okay, you will get 0 XP for watching it live if you're here. So make sure you watch it live. If you've got people you want to bring here on a Saturday and desperate to see the building, sure, bring them. But if you don't need to, set up your lounge. Get them in your lounge. Get them at your office. Show them the channel remotely. We can do the whole country at once. All right, now, as you do these steps, as you gain the experience points, your channel will naturally start to grow, okay? Naturally, because if we're training you properly, you'll be growing. As you meet the experience criteria and the growth criteria in our XP Rewards program, we then start to reward you. This is way better than the training you get at your office where they give you a plastic name tag and a plastic pen and a printed on pad, okay? We start by giving you just a little bit of cash. This is in addition to those returns that we were talking about. You can get in the first few weeks with us if you apply yourself to it. Otherwise, it can take you for ages. It's totally up to you. Then as you get a little bit more experienced and your channel grows a little bit more, we start to increase the amount of the cash rewards that we give you. We then start to give you tools that we know accelerate the growth of your channel. Okay? We've been doing this a long time. We know what works. At rank 5 in our training program, we give you an imported Lightning memory stick from the US. It plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and it comes jam-packed with our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything you need to talk to someone about DewPoint without having to give a presentation. Anytime, anywhere, internet connection or not, you've got this tool in your hands. At rank 7, we give you what we think is the most powerful tool in the building of channels. It is your own business cards, but not some cheapy stuff from corner of William Nicol, Maine, okay? Imported business cards. The set we give you is worth 12,500 rand. It is gold gilded and custom made for you specifically, and you get it at rank 7. Because when you give somebody a card out of that set, they're going to say to you, who is DewPoint and what do you do for them? And your channel grows. You want to see a set of these? They're outside in the cabinet. Go and see all the people that have already got these cards. Okay, none of these are like things that haven't been delivered. They have already been delivered. People are already working through the training system and have them already. Then at rank 9. Now don't get excited because you're all rank 0, so don't get excited. You're not here yet. At rank 9 in our training program, as long as you maintain your channel size every year, we will take you and your family away for a 1-week holiday, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid for the rest of your life. Every year, as long as you maintain your channel size, we take you away. And we don't go to cheapy places. This is 5-star business class. We've had some trips already. Go and see the photos in the cabinet. Talk to the people that were there. Some of the people that were on that trip are here this evening. You can talk to them. They got picked up at their house, and then 7 days later they got put back in their house, and their feet didn't touch the ground for 7 days. That is how it works here. This is for real what we are doing here. Now, you've got to get yourself to rank 9 first, but any one of you can make it. This is not a competition. It's not like the first 5 guys, or the guys who I like the most, or our actors. It's not them. It is black and white criteria, and everybody that completes the criteria comes along. Every rank 9 will go away with us. Now, we're leaving in December. We're going to be getting on the plane on the 27th of December this year. 27th, we're getting on the plane, and we'll be there over New Year's Eve, and we'll be back on the 3rd of January. 7 days, okay? It is June. You have time. You have time. You can come with if you want. And then I love it because it's at this stage where everybody's like, ooh, book my room, Brendan, I'm coming. Book my ticket, book my room. Okay? No, you are not. Because I know you. You are the problem in my system. Okay? 90 days from now, the sacrifice of time will be too much for you. I won't have demanded anything from you. You will tell me, Brendan, I can't do this anymore. People will let you down. You are dealing with a people business here. They are amazingly disappointing creatures. They will disappoint you in ways you could not imagine, like, for instance, live streaming in the middle of the presentation to get the XP. They'll disappoint you in incredible ways. Have you got the thickness of skin? Have you got the tolerance for frustration to change your future? Because that's what it's going to take. Why do you think there's only 0.5% of people in the world that succeed? There's a documentary called 0.5%, where the guy giving the documentary talks about how unfair it is that there's this 0.5%. I'm like, I don't understand you. Of course there's only 0.5% because they paid to be that 0.5%. They paid for it in every way. Are you willing to pay? Because if you are, you will be with us on this trip. Do you want to see the hotel we're going to? Here's the hotel we're going to. All right. So you see, it looks okay. Looks like we should have an okay time. All of you can make it if you put your heads down. And if you're determined to change your life, you can do it. It's going to take lots of time and effort, lots of time, but it will change everything for you. You're all capable of doing it. Even all of you live around the country, you know already we've got rank 9s from around the country that are coming with us at the end of the year. You can make it too. But you are going to have to make that determined decision. Now, at rank 11, we give you another very useful reward for your efforts. It's your own car. It's now not given to you for a month or a year and then taken away from you. It's not branded. It's not rented to you. It's not financed to you through us. It's your car. It's given to you. It is our intention that you will use the car to build your freedom with us. We don't do this, the Chinese torture thing, we give you the car and take it away. That's ridiculous. We want you to have the tool to be free. Now, every month we run wealth quests in our training program. These are the ones you can get excited about, even if you rank naught. They are designed to be completed from the first day to the last day of every month. And everybody who completes the criteria of the challenge is rewarded with tools that we know will accelerate the growth of your channel. So, for instance, some months it's iPads, iPhones, TVs, data, Wi-Fi routers, cache, smart TVs, I think I mentioned that already, all the sort of tools that you need to accelerate the growth of your channel. Now, sometimes when we give the TV away, people think, oh, I'm going to watch all my movies on the TV. You can do that, but that's not why we're giving you the TV. The TV is there for you to show the presentations. This month, we are, if you can complete the criteria of You're in the Army Now, which is a simple criteria, you've got to rank up this month. Ranks 0 to 2, you've got to rank up 2 ranks. Ranks 3 and above, you've got to rank up 1 rank. If you can rank up this month, we give you over 6,000 rands worth of data, 60 gigs for the next 6 months, 10 gigs a month, on Always On's public Wi-Fi system. Now, they've got Wi-Fi routers around the country, 2,500 of them. They're rolling out another 70 in the next 90 days in all the major locations around the country. The app just goes, find me a location, and it tells you 2 kilometers this way, and you're at a Wi-Fi router, and you've got 60 gigs of data that you can use on those. You will get that, and everyone who completes the criteria of this challenge will get those 60 gigs of data for the next 6 months with Dew Point. Pretty much worth going for, guys. I know how valuable data is. This is the next 6 months, like all you can eat kind of stuff, that you've got going on here. All right, folks, so people often ask me the money. The guys that do the maths say, Brendan, I've done the maths, it doesn't work. How do you pay for all of this? Okay, well, it's pretty simple. In the traditional space, where I spend most of my years, what we do is we direct market to you. We run adverts on TV, radio station, billboards, SMS campaigns, bathroom campaigns, taxi campaigns, anywhere and everywhere where we can stick an ad, we put it up. What people don't know is how expensive that is. It is astronomically expensive to advertise in this country, and it cost the industry more than R1 billion last year alone in advertising. Each individual company can end up spending hundreds of millions of rands on their advertising. How do we pay for that there? Well, we build it back into the price of your product. So every month that you pay for your funeral cover, car cover, banking fees, life cover, whatever it is, know that somewhere between 35% and 50% of what you're paying is next month's marketing. That's how we do it. That's the simple mathematics. Now, you'll find at Dew Point we've done the same thing with our products, but we do not advertise, not anywhere. You will never ever see an advert for Dew Point because we use you. You are going to go out and penetrate the market for us and bring the people to us. And as a result, those billions that are being spent, a piece of it is now available for you and your channel. That's the simple maths. You're welcome to come and talk to me about the complicated side as well. There are 3 products that we facilitate the purchase of in your channels. Now, you've got to remember the spot test that we were talking about at the beginning. You do not play any role in this part, okay? Because this is not why you are here as a wealth engineer. Your task is to connect us to people. My task is to tell you about our products. The first product that we have is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan is 299 Rand a month. Remember I told you how expensive it is to be a product owner? 299 Rand a month. Okay? For 299 Rand a month, you get to have your very own tax-free investment account. Of the 299 Rand, we take 100 Rand and we put it in the investment account. And it's a no-notice, no-restriction period investment account, which means that that 100 Rand is immediately available to you. You don't have to ever wait for it. It's not a 5-year endowment. It's not any of these things. The money is immediately available for you, which means you can withdraw it pretty much straight after you've put it in. Okay? Which means that the actual cost of this product is 199 Rand a month. For the 199 Rand, you get 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover, and you get to be a wealth engineer at Dew Point. Okay, now somebody complained, first complaint I've received since we've started, that I didn't explain that clearly enough. So let's just do this again. It's 299 Rand. 100 Rand goes into your investment account. The other 199 Rand gives you incredible insurance cover and the opportunity to be in this. That's what it is. Okay, now, second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 274 Rand a month. For 274 Rand a month, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No maximum age limits, no medical declarations or examinations, no deferred or waiting periods. After you've made your first payment, you're under cover for 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Now, I challenge you. Some people say, no, Brenner, that's too expensive. No, it's not. It is absolutely incredibly competitive. I challenge you to find your 97-year-old grandmother 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, and you see what price they're going to charge you for that. Anybody of any age to their last breath, 274 Rand. How are we able to do this? Because you're not dealing with a middleman here. You are dealing with the source. We are the insurance company. Remember, we told you our objective is to connect you directly to the insurance company, and that is who we are. And you are connected to us. That is how we can innovate like this. And then my last product, this is my favorite one. It's our non-insurance, non-financial services product. It is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. What we do normally as a corporate is we go out and we negotiate rates as a corporate. And we get the best prices, vouchers, packages, prices, account managers in the market because we're a corporate. As a 70-year-old insurance company, people give us good discounts. Better discounts and prices than you would get as an individual. Now, for 274 Rand a month, you become part of our Buyers Club. You become a member of it, and you get all of our corporate discounts. So we've got Eagle Ford, Checkers, Hirsch's, Take-A-Lot. I mean, lists of suppliers that when you go and shop there now, it's as if you're shopping as DuPont. You get our discounts, our prices, our vouchers, and our account managers that help you. Altitude Travel, for instance, that's a corporate-only travel agency. You can't go there if you're not a corporate. Now you can. They give you their packages, and you get personal attention from our account managers. I love that product. I think it's absolutely amazing. 274 Rand a month. And as I said, as a product owner at DuPont, you are a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you get the entire executive and management team Monday to Saturday during business hours. You can book us, no charge. We'll work with you. We'll work with your teams. We'll motivate, goal set, strategize, train. You specifically, personally. If you don't live in Joburg, we live stream our training straight to you anywhere in the country at no charge. You get the entire facility here at DuPont Monday to Saturday, and you can use it. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee, Monday to Saturday for you to be building your channels with at no cost to you. See how they keep going, but where's the catch? You're going to have to pour time. That's where the catch is. Your time is the catch here. Folks, you get all of our technology, 24/7, 365, free of charge. We develop it, we maintain it for you, and we are nationwide. You can build your channel anywhere in South Africa because we live stream everything out of here Monday to Saturday. You can be building in any province. So, folks, that is DuPont. From A to Z. Here's your next excuse. I need to go out and do some more research. Okay, let's cross that one off the list this evening. I have told you everything there is to know about DuPont. Sure, you can go and read our entire product documents on our website, our entire code of conduct. Absolutely. Before you've even clicked apply, you get full disclosure. We're a complete open book business. There's nothing that I haven't told you this evening that is not important. Tonight is not a decision about DuPont. We've run out of time for those sorts of shenanigans, wasting more time thinking about thinking. Folks, we're in big trouble. We're in a sinking ship. I don't have to tell you that. You know it. And we're going to have to fix it ourselves. The guys in the captain's office, they're having a big party while the rest of us are pouring the water out. We've got to start patching this boat and getting it sailing and floating again. We have to. No one else is going to do it for us. No one else is going to do it for us. We want you to do it with us. If you do decide tonight to start your own channel as a wealth engineer with us, it's very simple. All you've got to do is hook into our Wi-Fi with your tablet or your iPhone, go to our website, dupont.net, click apply, fill out the form. 5 minutes later, with no money having left your hands, you will receive a W number on your phone. That is the birth of your channel. You can choose if it's going to be worthless and you never do anything with it, that's fine. Whether it's going to be magnificent and change everything about your future. That's a decision we'll leave in your hands. Then I want you to sit with the person who brought you here this evening and seriously talk to them about what your goal is. You need a goal, and the 100,000 Rand is not a goal. You need to know, is it 5 grand, is it 10 grand, is it 20 grand extra a month that you need? You need to make that goal, and then you need to decide with them how, through the Dew Point system, you will have a plan to achieve that goal. Because if you don't have those two things, I'm telling you now, 5 years from now, I won't see you anymore. You won't be earning anything. You will have lost your way. Now, I say that every presentation. It is one of those sentences that's completely ignored in every presentation. Trust me. Have a goal. Have a plan. When you go through our training, you'll see me saying that a lot. You need that. Folks, we have all the tools you need here at Dew Point. We haven't made these as a profit center. I'm not making money selling USB sticks. These are tools that will accelerate the growth of your channel. Make sure you don't leave here this evening without them. USB sticks with our presentations on. Business cards, not 12.5 grand sets. We know you can't afford that. Reasonable but awesome cards that you can use to grow your channel. Power banks for your phones and tablets. All of you come in here all the time asking them to have them charged. Guys, get a power block. Nothing like trying to fill somebody's application form out and your phone going off. Okay? Get them out. Great conversation piece. Who's Dew Point? What are you? You know, you're charging on a USB. You're charging on a Dew Point power block. Who are they? Conversation starters. These are powerful tools. Have a look in our cabinet. Walk out of here this evening with them. If you're away from Joburg, order them on info@dewpoint.net. Guys, just some updated security in the office park from our wealth engineers. If you want to come here, just make sure you book on our events tab. It's on your app and it's on our website. Just your name. You don't have to put your guests in, just so that they can let you in at the gate, okay? So just make sure for every presentation that you're coming to, you book your name in, okay? Then you can come in. It's nice and easy on our website and our app. If you become a new wealth engineer, ask your lead wealth engineer to show you where to do it. It's super easy. There is a chance they'll turn you away if your name is not on the list. Guys, if you become a wealth engineer this evening, please, 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 please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is where the life and soul of Dew Point is. That is where everything you're going to need is on our Dew Point channel on YouTube. It is free to subscribe to YouTube. People think it costs them money. It doesn't. It's free to subscribe. And then you will know the moment we go live, the moment we add videos, you will be the first to know, and you can be using your tool with us. And then download our free app. Our app, use the Wi-Fi here. It plugs you straight into your channel in real time. In real time, you can watch what's going on in your channel. It's got all of our training on it, which I highly recommend you do. It has got all your personal details and policy documents and product documents on it. And it's got all the tools and flexibility that you need to build your channel with us. It's available to you. Download it before you go this evening. Guys, you'll see we are very, very serious about what we are doing here. Very serious. I'm particularly passionate about it. This is not a marketing ploy. You will get to know me, and you will know my passion in this space. I want to be part of the solution. And Dew Point wants to be part of the solution tonight. If you have questions about what you've heard tonight, come and ask us. Any question. We have had to tackle all the questions in designing the Dew Point system, so come and ask us. And let us get you on the road to a change in your future tonight. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. I will see you guys outside, and thanks to all of you guys who are watching us live from around the country.